Hoy, malumil tutawe chenis ilmera rakaw, ma station. Madirek rogul adal guk nasibil bodada ke oren setial program rabriu sa Brussel Ice el longerulurior. Ma aktedo siasus ilmora rogul mutringir belau, rogul bugul belau, ma rogul masil belau. E malo orengara aungil il sil mortir, loren setial program. Ngora soal mbral mo debat teme de chenis mahale bai guidia. Oh, mo subes ya guest di al tutta wangarnya ging sam a ongra ra orotel aurel sel toera tial de la PNMS Palau National Marine Sanctuary adire tara o ngedel al tutta a Dr. LOUW CLAASSENS nga kukurere la ongra sel toera science ma subel tiagi del toera aurel la PNMS Palau National Marine Sanctuary ma bai gulingit guidia ula legong egi madakor omura program mel ngari ngari adra blu doko gidil kora adadu madaula le kora
Okay, kamsulang asap ni malungit tutan mora arbekla del mesabil gukton in emertial station ni orange sector program relal tutaw maulaging artiang ngaring isel ula PNMS el me mandate tra Palau International Coral Reef Center el mo administer a PNMS by coordinating research, education and outreach. Direct el part na sel mandate akwa siya Peak Creek or itagi del Palau International Coral Reef Center develop and recommend to Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment appropriate conservation management measures for the domestic fishing zone. So igagi del tool el tingil tial mandate el guknera pikwi ka ulmagi ngartiang part traigel lurior gi moltautra al sena pikwi ma tial lurior agegi del mandate ultu agegi del el wala el mlato del mamaknara ra a pikwi ngaringi aurior el developer sel el PNMS Science and Monitoring Strategy tiang mo omura December 6 to 9 basically wabol katenged el merura science and monitoring strategy mo telgibel expand ra ureledra research ma monitoring from near shore to offshore kama amdengit masing makatingat tamel lorula ayal monitoring pikwi ra ayal near shore tukuni aygal pansite aygal MPAs mang blool merulauri remil tiagi del mandate tawal bilkner ala pikut masing mlamo giriul el expandra omsubol mura aikrel mura almol tiang abes el trangting laurior matiagi del strategy gimot moklaringi awabol laba ay tiagi de tetele laurior mase ngaral el research aseb eden merul Engya wak mo sabi del ultra siyasing ra makandisyon at tiagi del Palau National Marine Sanctuary el mura mutaling madirek kala adrabwa el tia klokle drogoy ngire den medengit mulo sing wangaranga hel deringi magaranga da benefit deringi el in a sustainable way wak tia da self mal el over harvest deringi mong tiagi del uriora sel meeting ra December 6 to 9 engya ngaring ya clone meeting lo trite gagi del scientist del mo ngare krel belo al mil tirga semmo ngare gagi del omsu bara large scale MPA lo itel Palau National Marine Sanctuary tianga direct kultuira urior el mil gat mo korsera 2019 el lobengela expert working group el mil dimo korinya adra Stanford Center for Ocean Solutions ma direct el Baby raiga lobi sira kabelment travel belaul lulmu lo mesip mosing wangarate telel science ados pe ida mosebe eden mrel madangali mesa siasing ertial held ma condition ertial Palau National Marine Sanctuary sera earlier earlier in direct el mlaringia local stakeholder engagement lesoden make sure mosege the maul de suira adrabalu el mar adra belau el girela tetele la tiagi de lom subra Marine Sanctuary masing ngara soril mo madengi manglaringa tela malmitra adra omenged tuguni adra belau offshore fishers incorporated ma direct el baby regal government agencies direct le mitra NGOs matigel gora conservation partners agid ya ongingil sel ay kaigidan meeting ya mle last el milgat mok lo kam le klon meeting el direct el milaw de suira ar other belaw ulbengela sel conservation consortium tianga while dil informal el group pra ngidil adeng ngaringa interest ngira tora conservation mang sabarir el me voice concern tir ma guk idea tir ngul de suir el gire la gagi de lurio ra conservation mang sen meeting while al encourage ra adat mas so mo gamay el member tel conservation consortium men dia go mail lom tera officer go malubeng organization ga orio ringi kamel gaul badingim so qaul asaba o mail tel meeting ra conservation consortium ga asap puro dia go mail aquaristra gali
Wadukorang tiak bongra la.
wai si
Tial molgoril el ada sei. Kada malas memili ba kora tokora sain sebarang iso ada udu swira adra belu. Metial consortium opel morangi dil adal soal motolo tial el dodu e gor ol tawdu soal malu ben qawlu ngulel. Tia molgori.
oi
Masel bon kal aden mol bedengel.
wai si
Tial bol gor om tera. Of course ngania ku mol lom tegal institution sutil. For example o adang maljak.
ang maldi personal mo ome gamel mi mokol ultawdal suamel el guktiagam dulp masegobol de suela Creek gomteira PCS gomteira angidil obisil me
Subes ang qadim laksal understand that tel consortium making le all this time tigel mera consortium adrarwa higal partner organization ma all this time anung di adma di personal adma di legal institution mumbulgulak mo tigel adra gagi del mesel men di bdingil jakal melom tegal al adtir
ma
mo subes ang malim na ko din tiya lak na mo din tel consortium okay kamal sulang
Kasi so mle while al te alamang mo so bioter tirak mo de suirma ayel gu kora urung ulil gire la ayel urele da conservation
melom tegal ala dati yang ngari sel ko se bekre la si kelek tilitiang e bol kora ngari al temilir ala tial institution mam mong I see your point na umral ngila
oy mang sayam le last meeting milgat mokle emal me ngila turn out mong mle se eden mail de suira bertol adel el girel tial omsub mo tautra tial Palau National Marine Sanctuary mang seguid el luriora awal al mangael morsel meeting era December mang trigel scientist el mea adi mamadel gado ay se tip mo se ay agida el suira adre belo magadol kodoba seguid el gora olgal ergid el developer tial science and monitoring strategy el dia al bol mita urung ulir adra ikrel belaw mo o mita urung ulir adra belaw mang qadimle igayida suaq al share el girel tial el urior mo tautra December 6 to 9 baik askara Dr. LOUW CLAASSENS mal bolsada bebira talang tingil tagi del urior maralmi
okay thank you Ging. Ging was just mentioning about this the strategic planning, how the consortium got together and for Palau side, the consortium, and come up with ideas that will suit our needs. And then kind of get those ideas ready. And when those people representing big institutions like universities, when they come in, we don't have to start from the beginning. We already have our own ideas, things that we wanted to be accomplished in our, and they will just basically help us to try and kind of shape it into a practical way. Is that what the meeting is all about? And so right, Ging is kind of finished with what he wanted to mention about these meetings and the PNMS. We would like to yield the floor to you. If you could explain some of the scientific stuff that's been going on in the PNMS.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a basic summary. You don't need to go into details because,
Yes.
Thank
So,
you.
Asking the workshop, it's important to have science priorities that's locally significant. But it's just as important to make sure it aligns with global and international standards and priorities, especially in large-scale marine protected areas. And when you think about large-scale marine protected areas, the PNMS is a perfect example. It's far offshore, it's massive, and that requires different priorities and different focus in terms of research. So this workshop, the aim is to refine our science priorities, to make sure it's locally significant and makes sense to us, but to also make sure it fits with international standards and science and priorities. So we want to refine the strategy, but we also want to build partnerships with other partners, right? We might not have all the expertise needed to understand and to study this large-scale MPA, so we're building these partnerships and learning from them, and that also helps us to apply for different grants and different projects and things like that. So this workshop will have multiple kind of purposes. And the first day we're going to look at what has been happening within the PNMS. So we invited those researchers that have done work within the PNMS to learn what they've done, how they've done it, some obstacles, what worked well, and how that data can and should be used. The second day, we're going to learn more about large-scale MPAs in other areas, like Hawaii, the Great Barrier Reef, and how they have tackled their science priorities, how they have done it. And then we're going into science strategy planning. We're going to do that focused on overarching research questions. So what that basically is asking the science questions to understand this marine protected area. And we want to ask it now because it's a long-term commitment, science in large-scale marine protected areas, because it takes a lot of time to understand it fully. So we want to ask the right questions and do the correct kind of scientific research to be able to understand it correctly. So this strategy will be long term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. But like any strategy and anything in science, it's very dynamic. So we go back and revisit as we get in more information to make sure we're on the right track and we're asking the right questions. So with the strategy development, we'll focus on these overarching questions and what should be done on the ground to answer them. And those are also the questions we presented to the local stakeholders to make sure it's locally significant and that we're generating the data that local communities can actually use. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, LOUW. I was going to say, break into like maybe a paragraph and then I kind of just summarize it in Palawan so for the sake of those.
Too much.
Yes, I don't think I kind of capture the whole idea. So I'm just going to try to translate for the sake of those non-English speakers, Palawan. And if I miss anything, I will ask you. No, I will ask you.
Okay.
And then you can answer. Anyway. You got me there. So you say the workshop will be 3 days?
It will be 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah. So the first day we look at what's happened in the PNMS. The second day we learn from other large-scale MPAs.
Okay, let's pause there. Cellul Southern Yaging الواسين workshop. عمل الجيرة تيال strategy. Cell trigagid another scientist. أو إيرال متريال scientist. ملاريا about 2 weeks ago. Engari seguir el mentioning again no sen consortium. Tirgero gul other belal gora sori lo top da do suir ma gora gamente til girel tial togora urela PNMS amle megi be all taw do suir. Bela ga gidru da som lamgai elanga sel mesel workshop in 4 days. Mangagi da lo asida say sel gotel sil saying the first day will be on
the PNMS. What has happened in terms of research?
Sel gotel sil say the close meeting lo el gidem tirgel okar gidel me qad mo gaynsew. And the second day is
we're going to learn from other large-scale marine protected
areas. Ragel bebira blue la blue la dendia di talgid. Amaria la sangarngi, mahawa ngarngi, ma Australia Great Barrier Reef. Mungwado gora kapang amadat e adu gora share experiences mara ragegi del gagros el muklol MPA se sel bodo southern selongirul seals. E onge del seals and the third day will be on.
We will venture out and we will go to the Division of Maritime Security and Wildlife Protection to see how they do surveillance within the PNMS, We'll visit Bofi to see how fisheries take place in the PNMA or the domestic fishing zone.
Okay. Es el momento del sil se seguir el workshop. Tirar algunos participantes, tirar la edad del ruaging marwalo. Agora o mentil wala mo bisita igal guktora rwa o mangringela PNMS, jal marine surveillance. Diregal wala mo bisita igal private la ladal na medu el tira asub del ngara o mangedra sel 24 nautical miles seguing sel domestic fishing zone. For example, sel bofi below offshore fisheries incorporation. Diregal wala mo bisita igal e wala lo na igal operation tin. Legagi del visitation del LOUW. Tamo nga kora okorgen, diregal kora malay dala say. Malsum mo mo ko tali ada belaw, ang raigel kora abla luron mo magarang kora a orol mal uber the informative set tagi dala ko dal salugin practice lang. Seguida siya mo tira igal ko site visit kora share ideas. And on the dur sel mo nga work club set tagi del workshop. On the fourth day is
the fourth day we'll finalize the strategy and wrap things up. Hopefully.
Sel mo nga work club say en wal gora letia di for this workshop en wal gatmok la gigi de rogul tingila ay gal gora aurol tirim kita di lakal motmok of course en again wagel di lo begin say awral me kita mla already gel soat abol motmok tal blue rigit motome sa gigi ya important el tol blen mentioning alol so al moduli asay oy ngigel soat el motmok of course ya priority. En die official time trigger adada mo trigger del guest trigger amo ngo sugi del logic trigger del strategic planning el ko develop leng en soat tel PNMS management malum or tel the available wat blul available wat aswa dalgat mukil nga sa lulung ulit di official time egal maklod to rawror adiregal involve barwa grant madiregal involve barwa a partnership meng gawira kal muru sayid o si silta men swad gut makrital strategic plan gid warred maulung ulet ya o si silta endire kal mita yel gora amaklol conservation ablulad mong gora guktiak da san mal ngod kad gora tal maral kal botol maklol conservation ablulad el maral budulu in that thing dire kal mosbed gora awada kayo sira to gora udas lengo si siwa gal basyo maurul dot bokla siya agora mukter sige del mentioning yalo. You mentioned that we wanted to of course we wanted to come up with a strategy that will help us manage our PNMS, but at the same time we don't want it to be kind of totally different from other big MPAs.
No, there's a standard like globally that we want to make sure that we're not following but working towards.
Right.
Yes.
I guess that's what I was trying to mention, but I got cut off track there. Alolo ko niya asing ngariya ko rawal el blal makatmok ko standard ko rawai gal bek mo ko empira bek bulu ada ko amru ringil toy mong soadal ko amru talure del dire ko tolore ga gidel el maklol bulu bulu ndia ka bulu say mong ay galulung ulet blal makatmok sadal mo tauta amo mede ele gida follow say ndia todo tauta galulung ulet ya o sisil tamen sadal ko dire atere ga gidu pebira urul kalmok maleli bakla bulu
And I think what's important is large-scale marine protected areas are relatively new in the world. How you study it and how you do research in it is not set in stone. People don't always know it. So we need to come together and learn from each other. And we also need to show what works locally. So going to the local entities like Marine Surveillance, Marine Law, and BOFI, we, PICREC, partner with both of them to do our scientific research. And that is how we get our work done in Palau. So that is also an example and a lesson learned for other large-scale MPAs. So I think it's important to learn from the guys around the globe, but to make sure it's relevant locally and we can implement and do whatever we learn from them.
Why say? Alo ako na di mo siya, malisi isa ito ko lang siya, oy, ang close to trail daw rin naman tinarat. At baka lauro na din, hindi ako lang siya, ay gel kuk at tinabulado sa dalawang tauta, agilel mo tauta. Di mo ilado ko ra, urol, kuklo, korawa daw urol, troy tigal adaling, tiyal to ko ra, maklol blul basyo, tiyang kagida alon mo ko siya, tiang malbes el toy. Selbo mo sigarek siringi, en dia kal dudula sei ngoram la moria se da sei ngulu irak ngokodel rak ra dolo adosu bertial toy ngai sel dil lagi ngra begini la sei imama del me gal morgo lo de rak ngorak e kada mal dim su bertiar emel kada mal dia sei ngara a heldra sigras ngara di sela ai gal ngik dolan ma metiah mal bes toy mungge dalon mal gora amlisi sel to sei ul mungila da kal uro gal bibra blu bes toy tiam ko gora sera ideas e mesa igel lungil rueda ma ulungulet jal contribution git ma jal guk tal relevant ta diado spell of course ndal sa del matro el mail nya mo musangri de diado tutel git sia al qora basic tim ko nya lom ma again goras misi isa sen bes toy mungila da kal betok al adal qora agay wadasu e dongot mokl le after all abol successful egal mokl MPR wa Australia wa Hawaii marialas migidel belaw marang enda kal gol asel ngariawa abol got mikil gila overall health rato kora wa marine resources la offshore. Seguida ko alol ko ring alo. Anyway, you want to add anything more?
I don't think so. I think that's
Sabel misada yel tora night lecture.
Yes. I'm assuming the night lectures.
Aquí nga kwa dio geleng seguida el mesel seguida clone workshop el monil implementation ya gin moria 17. Se way seguida sel melom sengaria qora tagi el meeting qora ay wada qawdas ya qagarger mam qrang isel club sengaria gel qora al do ra to se night lecture sel club sengaria ku tok tang ok qargi del margel mal aku qaria soal mo molgorimu kahalegi so of course open ba public oy mangi dil adal ngara blul soal ko ren setial ku اللي مسكرا جاي التورا مقلول contribution outside المي asal stop pa orange ling open el public mela time ngagi daging kwam la nitralo maguida olguyung moralo mobolo sada jay del night lecture tiagi del upcoming strategic planning. All right. Sorry. Can you mention all the night lectures that will be going on during that week?
Yeah. We're very proud of the night lectures, and we call it the PNMS Cow Story series, specifically because it's not a formal event. It's coming together and telling ocean stories. And we want the people we've invited, the experts, to share their expertise with the community. So the workshop itself will be very technical and science-focused and so on. And the night lectures is for the community to come and to learn and to chat and to find out more about large-scale marine protected areas. So the first night we'll have Sophia Merrifield.
Let's stop there. Sorry.
Sorry?
Alo adim las modila say sel seguid el melom seguid lewal club sera tom loms ay ngora mal technical tora scientist material adra gay del muklul MPA gora atral masada gel kwa mo ngil rubet lewror gay del mulga say sel laga besenge etirgay del adal lewror gay del muklul el blue basura ya gagros blue wal gora di mosera gel gora aklagay ngertir ma gora experience tira gal mla mo mregel lurol mengagi del mulga sa adra community sibil meleng community meaning tiang ngora wadi low historical past experience ti ndakal sil melom sil langare gel bebi ratol kita ada community ngora mo mrigir gidel understanding tungasen technical melang mo start el mga dre sa misel hotel club se ngrama el mol rogi segid mo club troide olgul mori. Yes, so the first night will be
Sophia Merrifield. And she's an oceanographer, so she will tell all the stories, and she's done research within the Palau looking at ocean processes, so currents and weather and the properties of the ocean. And that's very important to understand where animals live, why they live there, what the fish are doing. We'll also have Fio McKelly. She's from Stanford, and she's going to talk more about that connectivity between the offshore and the nearshore.
On the same night?
On the same night.
Oh,
yes.
So two speakers?
Two speakers.
Two speakers,
yes.
Okay. Kagita lolo ay sa sesel gotel kasus, itigel mo rin nat lecture ang aning gel give me the name again, sorry.
Sophia Merrifield.
Oy, ngal sorry, it's kind of hard for me. Yeah. Oh, Sophia Merrifield. Sophia Merrifield asembong rator subela daw. Was oceanographer arwa kora kondisyon ra daw ma gigidro ko ya ngagid el mas atara mo do momsado segid ya o ngerul mo do angale Fio Micheli. Fio Micheli is sorry, what's Fio Micheli's expertise again?
I mean, she does coastal fisheries and so on, and she's looking at that connectivity.
Oh, a fio Miguel lang aguk mom sa de selo asay ngal ngi gra ikel ngara ko rakan ke steering mera angi gra sel malu betel de bera ikel ngara ke steering mera de bela sel connectivity ngi aguk mom sa da gigit engele gotul mngadu apal di mom sa de tel ikel o sena gra fora ator subela angawal ma atao tirga kita mong gotul seguido gotul khusus
They time.
oh
So day 1 is the 7th, which is the Wednesday, and it starts at 6:30. The second night is the 8th, the Thursday, and it also starts at 6:30. And on the second night, we'll have Daniel Wagner, and this is going to be a cool talk because he's going to talk all about deep sea exploration, which we hope to do much more of in the PNMS.
Okay, me la seguido el goto night te trigger el terul masa mo modu el nia e widel gab sing la buil. Es el next tel nia e al gab sing la buil en gai gidele Daniel Wagner, ngal Daniel Wagner alolo o lolo asay. Nge a dire kala al gorah mal moklot temil gor orol girel le aklol tel tingil tagidel o le ngal Daniel Wagner ngaku ko sel mudu ni toy sel musubra aday masengla adilo la bertakla mudu seguidel deep sea exploration melangal lo asay agimo musin del gora amoklot temam la obengele adadu le gel loru larwa LOUW ra Palau International Convention Center asegida loru ni al time tetral mo mengela asay tialt mol el wal ngarangaringi ngaral bedengela ngi ngarangi e wangra tetele la clear marang sia loru ngi mu ngaji dalo la sesidil second night tagi ora ngaji del mo adal mo modu amal gi bo mo lo mengele ga gi morura segidil wase deep sea exploration sia loru ngi agora refer al time.
And then the second person for day 2 is Kirsten Ollison. And she has been here before, and she's going to talk all about that human connection with these large-scale MPAs, looking at fisheries, how people use the MPA, and things like that.
Okay. Engaged el momo ngerul momo to seguid el algam singla buil, gel second speaker. Kirsten Allison. Gel Kirsten Allison selo saudring alo engora wado asay ngaku kora amadu selo asay ngwara uspila adol mai gagid el mclol el bulbasyo giamo sa seguid of course ang angari abla experience wasing ngwara tetela alngar omngedra alsel alol trama kati whatever ay gel mom sa selo asay aadang ngara ausper tial clol MPA seguida war bolo sadri kora connection to the large scale MPA okay, and then the third night is
no one. It's only the 2 nights.
Okay.
And we hope that a lot of people will attend to learn more about large-scale MPAs, and hopefully most of the researchers and the experts we're inviting will also be there. So it's an opportunity to meet people and to ask all the questions that you always wanted to ask.
Why see. Alol ko niya asay ng sige el club meeting balmay ewal club sa meeting digel lecture amal derul khusus sel 7 na evening ma 8 na evening 7 na evening teru mo modu masel 8 na evening mo teru mo modu ngal mutel mal milisi isel tokalo la say malungil opportunity moraro kul adal corasoril me all taw suir ma alo betu koren se trigal adal el mudu ray gayid el qora qaqrus el badan el aurora ray gayid el maqlul blul basyo edina sil gu qora agal partner gid تدريق الويلغام الميل وملت على الكرة متر بس العدد ده ضد الترين من سبب التاي إن الفيوتشر نسيت الكرة قاعد يشيل وقت هذا لو قبل يدو لشير ايدياس معنا سيد الغام الغني على okay
Yeah.
Oh, so you're done?
Yeah.
Imal di invite ra adal mera gigid el night lecture December 7 ma December 8 ra ngik tablong di momo ra 6 story ra sel kapsengay momre karang ra 8 story tiangar sel qatar conference room ra apikri ma tigil nga ra while wala sorry mo madenge kora ko makal tetelela igayid el selurior amalong tel el menta sabril iguk attender sa igayid el night lectures.
Okay. Ngaka ko ra blam so mil mutel mulgora at sumong way sa igung kuntel tial boku ay sa tial direk lo ora telang tingil tial lurar PNMS guk tala telang tingil tial to la PNMS a klot to klot tutlen mung kora mloria uldas wasay kalelungil kora madib awal elit klet tial to la PNMS mung mloria kora concert mata le segit awul mung mlom mukatmok tial toy atara tang tingla urot tial PNMS asel to kora say awareness giredol kora او اي سكال تقوي مر هذا مو تقول انفورميشن اللي جلت تلبل بشير جد يا ترى تنتيلا اويرنس اسي نسيد المقتمقرا اويرنس لو قال لي تقل سل دو يتقل تال تقوي هو مقلات كريد انا اقول لي تقوي شيء ومسيت لو مقلات كرا هذا الميتقري مال انجليزنس ولا سي تال اللي تقل انا مقتقري ميلان ملونيا قرا قلاي وهذا لو مملي برا مو اللي تكلل تال التقرا رور بي ام اس مملاني تري لو ماتيريال ادم لي سبميتا اجل وابل اللي تكليد التاول مونغيل اغو مس تال نوت واسي اوريجينال اجل تقرا اللي تقلجين سيل اسوبو داس اوريجينال ان سيل ادم بالديم لينيل دي بي نجا تقرا سي اوكي اكيلا تا اللي تقل مي ادي تشن ساتقول موتور بلان دي تال ميلودي دي سيسي 22 ادم لي سبميتا agora wal li takal soli lo say tiagid ya ungil bol itaklet kal PNMS tul ada submit tiagid masal submit en mlaria chances trigel chances armoklol armkegrel ngal aradra arsal ardil ngora me sadr capture sela say lagal gora di trigel adra a music a chasa gal litak me sadr ko ngusel rengle la community awon trigel chances amlo potol blek punira adal me mela triei de chases sul gortil gagro sul tol blek punira adam lei e gora walu lo reng saigal li takle e gora agel di motora al selkal li takle e gora en milt wal narrow down 22 e tira agora orrobre ten mol momde la igel tar maqallolum البيس وانت ملينت بيس هيجي الليركس هيجي التقرا على سلك اللي تاكل مملون مو ترى تري ماتلول من العظم لو اللي تاكل تري ماتلول من العظم اللي بنتار مقلول من اللي تاكل له سيد اغور انغوك موريال توسنديا العظم لا اغور واد جيتي تي هيجي سل هيجي وابول تقرا على سل اللي تاكل كدم لا ناروداني ملا غوك مرسل تقرا ميوزك ملا تروك نا انفايت تيل غورا عذرا ميوزك سل من جاسين هذا قبل شيء غورا مال مدورا عذرا باند ما رام موتشاس ديا سيد يقول غوني رابيديني شيء مال دي ملورن سايكل توكا شيء اغانغي لا دول توي الا سرا غوك اغموت مانيا ايمرا جاسين افتر ايد 16 مساي يد الملو جاسين غوك جاسايكل 16 شيء كامم اونغلو دكتي لا شيء غورا وانغرا اورغ سيدري mela tunga ongak lo the kersel lyrics e gora a oral monmo e trigel chasa ku kulmut gora omibi lo mibi il molmo seb la gel final gel no wal final mela seguid mela so de ging gora o gut tagid sin se gora to pes mso de gut tagid el sure el time o wais el mora walo así sel el final el concert el giri trigel top 7 amorin sel December 17 نايت ماركت الموريرا
ايوه
سن موريرا عديد سيجيد يجيد السبن الفايناليست امور سيد كان ست عديد سيجيد ديسمبر 17 موريا تقلي هذا غير نايت ماركت الغرا وال اورنس تيجل تويد هذا اي تاكل بومرك غرا ديسايد راسي غرا تيجي التويد سن بالويل بول اللي تاكل تيجي بالاو ناسيونال بري ساكسوني ميل التايم يا agora el riff agora orolo bengela gal radio station our web radio PNCC who else اجل غورا TMC الغورا ملاش من المتمقرسي مثلا غاري سيد الكونسرت يتيجل هذا الكونسرت سلبون مرك تيجل تويد الميتاق السبيل غورا اسنتور سيد الكونسرت التايم ya agora riff aurora sei ya TMC web radio ma rap NCC ndia ka tsamil go sogma material no dia al meradit al sebele di ngara blirir e dire el watch tial concert el que está bot tir Akora mo malat kesel diak sal mudu lat tele diak sal mudu rawa to rawa ay galle erwa live radio mga di sel show nga TV do se American Got Talent or something. Ako nga sa akma do tele say. Leko ko mas galos to say. Castur bao tiara tigel nga audience start ko. Kung ako ra mo akte tele say. Aranga rablay maranga say el time mas it cast about to. Anyway, masel bol merek say ito tali engel of course engel wa ako el botol el support. Saya mo di metial PNMS Palau National Marine Sanctuary. Saya ko adim na so ay sigin mo musim ta program. Also mo ko ra di yang aral so mil if you don't have anything else to add. Oh, sorry, Low. I was just announcing about the concert in Palawan.
Yes.
Sorry, we don't have time for some reason. Anyway, also mo ka di yang aral if you don't have anything to add. And maybe I will take this time and close the program since we're pretty much done. So again, Chinese, Palau Wave Radio, Mr. Talams, Komal Sulara, every payday Tuesday, el host of that program, bagi malo babla kareng lawrior. Direct Selboria es ngaranga gi malu la ramam me o ay sablu, igila la gel gupes lam katmok Palau Wave Palau International Radio Center. Madaway sek mutalteal, klutel mal mena sulim lo tunin orange that program, masel guk mel temel. Sulang. May